Definitely not supposed to look like that. Today's project is this 2000 KTM 380. The story on this thing is I got it from someone in my wife's family. It's his dirt bike. He got the thing rebuilt and they didn't put head gaskets in it. These are O-ring head gaskets. And I guess it blew up right away. The transmission also only has like 3 gears now after the rebuild, and there's false neutrals everywhere. Let's get into it and see if we can get this thing started at least. I'm going to go ahead and take this seat and gas tank off. I don't even know if it was all the way bolted down because we're going to have to get right into it. It also doesn't have the expansion pipe or the silencer on it right now. So yeah, it's in need of some help. First thing I'm going to do is take a compression reading on this and check for spark, just to do my due diligence. This does look like the right spark plug. Here's the spark plug. I don't think it's ever been ran before. He might have blown it up with this one because he said it only took like, I don't know, a minute or two. So I'm just going to spin this over by hand a few times. That feels pretty good. I'll check for spark first. That'll be the easiest. I'm seeing good spark, so I don't think it's a spark issue. Feels like it has compression, but we'll double check that right now. I don't know what this is supposed to be, so I'm just gonna shoot for something that I know will start and run. So maybe 120 or 30. This thing could go all the way up to 200. I'm not sure if it has like a high compression head or not. So, okay, I'm gonna do this while holding the kill switch in and throttle wide open. Okay, I kicked that thing over about 8 times. Looks like it's got about, I don't know, 160 some, almost 170 pounds of compression. That's plenty to start, so it does have spark and compression. I'm gonna have to keep investigating. I might put a little fuel down the cylinder just to see if it'll pop over. Alright, I'm just gonna send a splash down the cylinder, kick it over a few times and see what happens. Alright, let's see if we have any signs of life. Yeah, I didn't even hear a backfire. I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I still can't get any signs of life out of it. I want to check this stator and just see what I can see. Because it has spark, it has fuel, and it has compression, so something is off. I'm sure the carburetor needs cleaned, but I should have heard it at least pop off a little bit. Let me take the spark plug out so I can turn the engine over. I don't see anything really out of place here. Doesn't look like it's leaking past the seal or anything, so I'm gonna keep looking around. Alright, I think I found what might be the problem here. As you can see on the flywheel, here's the pickup, here's the box. This should be about top dead center, a little past it. This is like right before top dead center, and it should be firing. But if you can see that, I'm far away from top dead center. This little piece here should easily be resting on top of the piston. So if I find top dead center, this thing should push this. Yeah, you see? Look, there you go. I'm just pushing it up now. Top dead center is like right here. Way away. This pickup is all the way over here. And it should be past here. So I'm wondering if this woodruff key got sheared off or something. Because if it's firing here, it's like all the way in the exhaust stroke. There's no compression when it's firing, so timing is off on this even though it's a 2-strokes. I want to whip this off of here if I have the puller and take a look. Alright, we'll see if the impact will do it. Wait, I think I see the issue too. There should be a washer. I'm pretty sure there should be a washer here. Yeah, there's no washer on this. So let me see if I have a puller for it. Let's see if we can get it off of here. Oh, it came right off. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to see in there, but the woodruff key is totally sheared off. I'll show you what the other side looks like now, but yeah, there's half the key. Of course it's not going to start. I need to get this entire like stator base off first. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get to everything and do what I need to do. That's the first time I've ever seen one get sheared off. Maybe when the head, since there's no head gasket, something, not sure. Definitely not supposed to look like that. It's got to put a lot of grease on here too. I don't think the seal is leaking, but man, he greased the heck out of it when he put it in there. Let me see if I have another woodruff key, or at least dig this one out. I got both pieces out. Can see it pretty much is sheared right in half. I've been staring at this flywheel and this whole setup here, and it's just not adding up. Something's not right. I think these threads should be sticking out further. I put this back on, and I mean, when I put these threads on, I'll show you. It's not all the way torqued down, but I mean, that's a lot of threads left, and I think there's supposed to be a washer behind this. So something is not sitting right with me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drain this oil. It's leaking everywhere. Something has a bad leak. So I'm gonna look at the other side and see what kind of clues I can find, because clearly it's the wrong crank or something, or the wrong flywheel. I'm not sure yet, and if you look on here, like the distance, it's like hitting this. It's not even really on the taper. So I don't think it's on the taper enough, and that's why it's sheared. I don't know if this part should be threaded longer or this tapered part should be a little longer. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm going to drain this and we'll see. I'm sure this is going to be a mess. Yeah, there we go. Just let it leak out like that. Perfect. I wanted to clean up my floor. Oh, it's like brand new stuff. Work on the kicker first. Maybe. There we go. Oh, those teeth are a little chowdered up. I don't think there's any coolant in here. I don't feel anything in the hoses. Alright, let's get these bolts out of here. Make it a little easier, I think. first glance, the clutch does look good. There's definitely no grooves in the basket. I don't know if this is like a brand new basket. It kind of does look like it, so it's got one good thing going for it. Now I'm gonna take this power valve cover off just to make it easier to get everything off. And then take a look at it here. Gonna take the rest of the side cover off now. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get to it, so take this brake off. Oh, we got another oil spill. I need to take this power valve off. This power valve has like a cotter key in it. I don't think that's the right one. Gonna go ahead and get this clutch off of here. Look at this. The plate is like stuck over here. It's not even in the right groove. This is all messed up. This plate is like, yeah. It's like there's too many plates in here or something. They're sticking out past the thing. These clutch discs look like pretty much brand new, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up and count these when I put it back together, but something definitely doesn't seem right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this big nut off though and get the clutch off so I can look at the shifter. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's just like straight up metal. Lots of sparkles going on here. See, this case has been repaired right here. This shifter definitely looks all messed up. Alright, I've been messing around with this thing for a good little bit here. I can't get it to shift smooth at all. I mean, it'll hit those two, but then you see I'm trying to shift again. Oh, there it falls in, and it's trying to get past the shift point, but it's not shifting. Something's not right. It's not happy. Think I'm far enough along here, I might as well just take this motor out of the frame and split the case so I can go over everything. You know, after what I've seen, I definitely don't trust this build. I don't really have much confidence in the work, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this top end off, get it out of the frame, and we'll just split this thing and see what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna finish pulling these coolant hoses so that I can get the top end off of here. I'm glad I didn't get this thing running because pretty much all of these are loose. Gonna take at least this one side radiator off. I'm gonna have to take this other radiator off real quick. Much better. That came off there really easy. The head looks good actually. I don't see any markings. These O-rings look fine. It's got a Pro X in it actually. I'll have to look at the cylinder here. Brand new piston. It's definitely got some light scoring in the cylinder. I can't really pass my fingernail over it, but I can see it. Deck height seems okay. Maybe a touch over the deck a little bit. We'll take this cylinder off and inspect it a little closer. I need to take this power valve cover off because there's a cylinder bolt behind it. This guy just stacked gasket on top of gasket here. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but still. I just realized I think I'm gonna have to take something on the exhaust off. I'm not sure. I feel like I should be able to take the cylinder off in the frame. Got all the bolts off. It's loose. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Now let's see if I can get the cylinder head off. I'm gonna try to do it without letting the piston hit here. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This piston looks pretty good. The rings are definitely not stuck. There's not any real scoring. I can see a tiny bit here. But yeah, overall in good condition. I've never heard of Royal rods. I'm gonna have to check and make sure this is the right crank for this dirt bike, because like I said, for some reason, I really feel like that flywheel side is not long enough. I'm going to have to look it up here. Okay, I'm going to try to take this carburetor out now. I just have the subframe disattached at the bottom here so I can pull it up. That's going to give me easy access to the carburetor. I'm just going to pull it straight back. Alright, we're back on this side. I'm going to go ahead and take this clutch off and the chain, and then hopefully we'll be able to get this motor out of here. Yeah, I don't think there was any fluid or anything even in here. Come on. Alright, I have pretty much all the engine mounting bolts out. I just have this one left. I'm going to tap it out and see if I can get this motor apart. Forgot to take this breather hose off. It's the next day here. I've been messing around with this thing and I still cannot get it to shift, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get this thing ready to split the cases. For this side, really all I need to do is take this shifter off, get this collar off and an O-ring. We'll take these, the reeds out, and then we'll work on the other side. These reeds look nice, they're carbon fiber. Next up, I'm gonna go for this kickstart gear. And there's a washer on the back here, don't forget that. Now I can get this freewheel gear off, or idler gear. The washer, nothing on the back of that, or at least this one. Now I'm going to take this shift shaft out, and there's a washer here, and the shift plate now, got some Loctite on it. Oh, that thing looks pretty chowdered up. That could definitely be a reason. And this thing just like spun, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know. Okay, now we'll get this off. Goes something like that. There's a little spacer here, a washer, and then the screw. Here's the back of the shift plate. It's pretty messed up. I'm not sure if it was shifting bad because of this or this happened because it was shifting bad. I think this thing has probably just been not well built the whole way through. Okay, I'm just gonna hold the piston, see if my impact can take this primary gear drive off. And this one is reverse thread. Oh, easy. I don't know if that was torqued on all the way. At least this keyway looks good. Alright, let's get these case bolts out of here. I kind of had to do my own thing over here on these two. I don't think it's going to be too hard to split this case though, so. Alright, I think it's coming. There goes a washer. Let me find that real quick. Well, let's see what's up. This goes here. think this crank should just slide out now. Yep. I don't know if this is an OEM crank or not. I'll have to look it over. I don't think it is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this side is not the correct side for that flywheel, but I'll look it all over here. Okay, I know this is kind of an odd setup here. I left the transmission in this case halves. These clamps, they're just holding down the shift fork rods because they're like spring loaded and they're pretty hard to mess around with in this. But this transmission seems fine. Before I take it out, I'll show you what I mean. I can get pretty much all the way through the drum. Yeah, there it was, and back through. Yeah, that's all the gears there. Back to the start. You know, this doesn't seem that bad. I think that shift plate on the one side was the issue with the transmission. So luckily one thing was done right, and the transmission does seem to be complete and working. Yeah, so that's great news. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I already took this spring off, but there's a spring on each side. Take that out. And this one, there's a spring on this side of that one. Take this fork out. This thing looks like brand new. Should be able to get this one out of here, I think. Let me get this drum out. Yeah, I think it had like spacers on the shift forks. Never seen that before, but it perfectly fit on there. I'll have to look into that. Seems like they would work though. Yeah, they all had these like shims or rollers on them. Wow, the whole bearing came out of the case half pretty easily, I must say, too. I think it's because this collar right here is stuck on it. I'm going to inspect these more closely now. I have a diagram of what they should look like, so yeah, we'll see if I see anything. Doesn't look too bad in here. Okay, overall, this dirt bike is definitely rebuildable, but we have one main issue here, which is this flywheel and ignition system on this side of the crank. With it off the bike, hopefully you'll be able to see, but I can put it all the way on to the shoulder, you know, where you think it should be. And when you look here, there's just not enough threads, because I did order the locking washer, which would go like that, and then you have your nut here. But as you can clearly see, you know, I'm not even close to getting even half the threads on this. You know, everything that I've seen online, the threads have basically been flush with the flywheel. This one is sunk in over a 1/4 inch, probably closer to a 1/2 inch. So I don't think this is the OEM crank. These 380 cranks are pretty rare. I'm gonna have to go back to the owner and, you know, see what he wants to do here, but I don't think this is gonna be a quick, easy fix. Hopefully you guys are gonna see another video out on this, but just letting you know, there's definitely gonna be an issue with this. I'm not gonna rebuild it. like this because I think it's just going to shear again right away. So yeah, that's the whole deal on this thing. Alright, I'm going to end the video off there. Like I said, that crankshaft is just not going to work. I've been looking on eBay. I think it's like a 96 or 97. It probably has a different flywheel and ignition system. I'm not sure. I don't think that's the OEM crank. It's definitely not the one that they sent off to get rebuilt. So I'm going to go back to the owner, see if we can figure something out. Hopefully it'll be back on the channel at some point in the future. But for now, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.